escort is Mr. Bryce Streetman. Bryce is the 15-year-old son of Brandon and Bethany Streetman. Bryce was elected as the vice president on his sophomore class. He is a current member of the ACHS Beta Club, the ACHS basketball team, track team, and the ACHS archery team. He was recently recognized for his high score on the state algebra MAAP test, and is a member of Farmington Baptist Church, where he participates actively with his youth group and enjoys helping with their children's ministry. In the future, Bryce plans to attend college in order to obtain a doctorate of chiropractic degree. Senior maid Nina Rory and her escort, Bryce Streetman. The junior maid is Emma Waddell. Emma is the 16-year-old daughter of Baldwyn Homecoming and Ronnie Stewart. She is an active member of Beta Club, Math Club, Crown Club. Emma is an active member of the Lady Bear basketball team, track team for ACHS. Emma attends First Baptist Church. Her future plans include attending Northeast Mississippi Community College, entering the radiology program. Emma's escort is Peyton Murphy. Peyton is the 15-year-old son of June Murphy and the late James Murphy. Peyton serves as the junior class vice president. He has been a member of the Elkhorn Central Cross Country team for 1 year and Elkhorn Central Bowling team for 2 years. Peyton attends Church of the Crossroads and has future plans attending college to pursue a career in the medical field. The junior maid, Emma Waddell, and her escort, Peyton Murphy. The senior maid is Allie Huddleston. Allie is the 17-year-old granddaughter of Mike and Cindy Huddleston. Allie is a member of the Beta Club and an honor roll student. She is currently volunteering in the ACHS Community Connections Mentoring Program. Allie has been a member of the cheerleading team for 3 years and has also been a part of the ACHS softball team for 3 years and is a dancer for 1. Allie attends State Baptist Church, and her future plans include attending Northeast Mississippi Community College, ultimately become a stenographer. Allie's escort is Warner Anderson Michael. Warner is the 17-year-old son of Marty and Stephanie Michael and the grandson of Tina West. He is a third-generation Golden Bear and is the brother of 2020 ACHS graduate Weston Michael. Warner is a member of Pinecrest Baptist Church. Warner has been active in Beta Club throughout his high school career, as well as being a member of the Math Club and an FBA representative. He serves as a Community Connections mentor with the Elkhorn Central High School Community Connections Mentoring Program. Warner has been a member of the Golden Bear baseball team for 6 years and was chosen as All-Division Catcher in the 2021 season. He has played for the ACHS basketball team for 6 years as well and has been a 3-year member of the bowling team, where he last year was named All-Region and All-State, as well as receiving the honor of Elkhorn Central Male Bowler of the Year. Warner is also a member of the ACHS golf team, and after graduation, he plans to pursue a degree in engineering. Senior maid Allie Huddleston and her escort, Warner Michael. The football sweetheart is Cameron Mackenzie King. Mackenzie is the 17-year-old daughter of Al and Melissa King. Mackenzie is involved in several activities where she has dedicated 6 years to playing volleyball, 5 years in cheering, and 2 years in bowling. 3 of her 5 years of cheering, she was nominated as an All-American. She is also an active member of the Beta Club, Math Club, Pep Club, and is looking forward to being Diamond Girl in the Elkhorn High School baseball team in full year in a row. She is also a part of the mentoring program this year. Mackenzie served as junior class vice president in the 2020-2021 school year and is currently serving as senior class president. Mackenzie is slated to graduate as a Mississippi Scholar with over 100 hours of community service. Her future plans include attending Northeast Mississippi Community College for 2 years and continuing her education at the University of Mississippi as a policymakers. Mackenzie wants to thank the football team for allowing her this opportunity. Mackenzie's escort is Brady Talley. Brady is the 18-year-old son of Randy and Wendy Talley, the older brother of Brian. Brady is a member of the Beta Club, Pep Club, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, serves as a community connections mentor, and was most recently selected to be a member of the Northeast Mississippi Youth Foundation Board of Directors. Brady is a member of Oakland Baptist Church and has been a member of the Oakland Central basketball team for 6 years. During those years, he received most assists and best defensive awards. Brady has been a member of the bowling team for 2 years and was awarded our county his junior year. Brady has played baseball for Oakland Central for 6 years, receiving Division second team pitcher his junior year. He has also been a member of the golf team for the last 2 years. And after graduation, Brady plans to attend Northeast Mississippi Community College and then continue his education at Mississippi State University to pursue a career in computer engineering. The football sweetheart, Mackenzie King, and her escort, Brady Talley.
As we get things beginning to get started here at Alcorn Central, again, we'll start here very shortly.
8 minutes and 32 seconds remain on the clock before the ball game gets kicked off here. Thank you for joining us. I'm Air Broadcaster John Mask, live tonight from the studio here at Alcorn Central High School. We've got a lot of great action planned and prepared for you this evening. And hopefully all will be well as we get things situated there. For those of you that was watching or listening and expecting some homecoming festivities, I do want to apologize for some difficulties it seemed we were having on our end. We'll take full credit for that. And so we hope that you were able to at least see what was going on. We apologize for not being able to hear. We'll try to do a recap of that here a little later in the broadcast and hopefully be able to give you information that you needed. I was telling you, we were having some issues on all accounts. We were missing some pages on a couple of our sheets with the information for the homecoming night, and we luckily had some pep rally notes left from earlier today, and so we were exchanging those, and we kind of lost our notes here in our section of the booth because we had to pass them down to the PA announcer for those that were in the crowd. And so some things were lost in translation, but hopefully things are on the move into a better shape on our end and your end as well. I do want to say a very special thank you to all those folks who are out there in the audience that keep me updated on how things are going. When you're up here producing in the booth, you don't always have access to the information that you need to know whether things are working out right. I can only go off the stats that I've got showing on my screen. Most of the time they look good on my end, and oftentimes there's issues that happen elsewhere that seem to be out of my control. So I'm glad to have folks out there that are caring enough to tune in and figure out how things are going and giving us an opportunity to get things right. That is probably the most important thing, is having that crowd support, that listener support, as we do have with ACHS Paul Talk. So again, the big effort that we tried to give you for the homecoming night was messed up in the producing booth by a couple of different things. But we're here now, and that's all that matters. And we're going to give you live action of Golden Bear football all night long as it comes to us on the field. To kind of give you a look of what things look like here in the Bears' den, we've got both teams out towards the middle of the field, and they're at midfield preparing for the toss. And the Bears have won the toss and have elected to defer. They will be receiving the ball in the second half, kicking off in the first, and the Bearcats will begin the ball game in control here tonight. I can tell you it was a semi-intimidating arrival as they came in 4 different school buses. But we later found out, due to COVID policies in the Baldwyn School District, that disallowed so many people to be on the bus at a time when traveling a certain distance, and therefore they had to travel with 4 different school buses. And they did bring a very small pep band on one bus, and so that was the event for the evening.
We ask that before you rise tonight, or as you rise tonight, playing our national anthem, that you consider a couple of facts and actions you might practice during this play. Note that you personally will honor and respect every military member who has given his or her life so you are able to enjoy the freedom you have been living in this country for which they fought. When you stand quietly while looking at the flag, you are showing respect for the sacrifices that they made in protecting our flag and our valued way of life. Please rise and remove all headgear now for the playing of our national anthem.
And we're about to have the introduction of both teams as they get prepared to come out to the field. Both sides getting ready to make their entrances, both the Golden Bears and the Baldwyn Bearcats. Again, we say thank you for joining us tonight on the campus of Alcorn Central High School here in the Bears Den. A couple of technical difficulties have come our way, but nothing that we can't handle, and hopefully we'll have everything resolved as we get things going. Here for the beginning of the football game, we'll have the team about to run out as you hear some music coming their way. Bears preparing to come through. There's the Baldwyn Bearcats as they go running through and here come the Bears coming in through their iconic purple and gold dust through the helmet. We're proud to have you here tonight. Alcorn Central High School. Homecoming festivities as we get things underway here again. We apologize for those of you that were listening and or watching and could not actually hear anything that we were saying. Though we did have to take a brief moment of pause anyways because we were struggling to have the information in front of us because our papers had to be repurposed by the PA announcer since he was missing a few pages when they printed the new ones for tonight. So it is our hope that everything else gets situated in the order that it needs to be. And that we get everything going. I know that there's some static maybe on your end, and that is our hope to get fixed for you. And we'll have everything hopefully corrected momentarily.
And the ensuing kickoff is up and out. It'll be out to the ground. It'll be picked up by Baldwyn Bearcat. He'll be out to the right side. He's out to the 50, the 45. Got Clay Langston chasing him down. He'll get him at the feet, bring him down by the ankle, and get him to the 25-yard line. And that'll be a Baldwyn Bearcat first down as they move out on the ensuing kickoff, completing on the run. In the backfield, out to the right side of the handoff. They'll take it down the line. They'll get loose, break free, and make it to the end zone. And Bearcats on board with 6 points. Baldwyn takes first jump at the scoreboard here as the Bears will see themselves try and come up with some defensive stand as the Baldwyn Bearcat special teams move out to the floor. Bearcats go out for the 2-point conversion. We'll see them head out to the left side, and the Bears are going to be able to hold that one back. And the 2-point conversion attempt is incomplete, and that'll leave the score 6-0 with 11:35 to go here in the first quarter of play. Again, we're live tonight from Alcorn Central High School as our Golden Bears take on the Bearcats of Baldwyn for homecoming. Trying to make some adjustments via our soundboard, wanting to make sure that you have appropriate coverage. And hopefully we're getting things worked out and resolved on all sides of the ball. Seeing some and the Bearcats are going to prepare for the kick, and I think that it's all cleared up. I've got Coach Barnes, one of our assistant volleyball coaches. She's listening. She's trying to keep me on track, and maybe this is it. I tell you, we can do. I've been doing this for about 5 years now, and there's always something new each night. Kick goes up. Dylan White takes it. He'll get hit by a slew of Bearcats, and they'll get brought down just around the 35-yard line. We'll call it 36 on the spot. That'll be 1st and 10. The Bears take over. 11:30 to go here in the first quarter of play. You're listening to ACHS Ball Talk. I'm Bear broadcaster John Mask on what's been a crazy and hectic first little while here at Alcorn Central. We've been on air for about 40 minutes, and it's just now getting figured out. But you know what? We still got 4 quarters of play left. Bears have it 1st and 10. We'll call it on their own 38-yard line after a good spot 3 yards forward. And the Bears are going to try to get it out. Bearcats coming back with a 6-0 lead right now after they got it downfield. Run up the middle, takes it out to the left side. He'll get about 2 yards in the play, and a flag comes out. Coming from the back judge up the middle. He was on the defensive side of the ball. Could be potentially a face mask, maybe a chop block or a late hit. Personal foul, face mask, going to be first guess, and the Bears going to pick up a first down here and several yards forward. A great move. They'll call it from the spot, and they'll walk it forward. As you begin seeing him take those few steps, walking that ball across the field, the Bears into Bearcat territory and hopefully trying to get their march downfield started and get momentum moving in their favor. This is an officiating crew that we have already had this season. This crew was at our Thrasher ball game and seemed to do a pretty decent job. Probably wouldn't take much considering the job that was done last week, but we shall not live in the past. Fumble on the play. Bears going to try to fall on top of that. I believe it will be a Golden Bear, and a loss of a yard on the play brings us to 2nd and 11. Right now we're seeing a mostly ground-rated offense. Going to have to be careful which hole and pocket you go in. You've got a couple of men in the backfield trying to make some changes after some injury and some staffing changes for the Golden Bears, trying to move things around, make some adjustments. Bears down on the ball, looking for the snap. They snap to Chadwick Sanders, who makes the handoff. He'll head up the middle on the handoff there for the Golden Bears. Will get about 4 on the carry. That's going to be number 28, Colt Fields, on the run. He'll bring up 3rd and about 7 to go. Excuse me, number 26, Riley Lambert. 6s and the 8s look very similar when the jerseys get crumpled. That's number 26, Riley Lambert, on the carry. Bears make the handoff. Comes loose. The ball's on the ground. I don't know if I think they're going to call the ball dead. They're going to call them down for a loss of 2. Brings the Bears back 4th and 9. They'll have it on the Bearcat 43-yard line. They'll call the run play dead there. It got lost in the backfield there on a tackle for loss. A negative 2-yard play there puts the Bears 4th and 9. You're on the Bearcat 43-yard line. You've got to get yourself in a position where you can either, one, make a big blow downfield or send it to your punt man, which does not look like we're set up in a special teams formation. So offense in control right now. Going to have to be a big explosion. There's a wide gap to the near side. And that's going to probably be a false start, initiating movement on the defense. And now the 5-yard penalty, giving yourself 4th and 14. The Bears are going to have to try and make a move to punt the ball here. You're not seeing the original punter out on the field, or not the punt man that we've used for the past 4 games. So there's going to have to be a staffing change here if the Bears plan to punt. Game clock at 2, and we'll see a timeout by head coach Matt Meeks off the Golden Bears as 1 second remains on the game clock. Could have been a delay of game call there, but the Golden Bears will escape it just barely. Little conversation in the booth, some thinking that it's 3rd down. I believe it's 4th down. However, if we line up in a punt formation and we put a punt in the air, and it actually is 3rd down, though the officials are signaling 4th, that'll kind of give a little deja vu. Saturday, Penn State did that very thing. A couple of poor games officiated on Saturday in college football, Penn State being one of them, where they punted on 3rd down, though the officials thought it was 4th down. But I'm fairly certain it is 4th down right here. Bears have it 4th and 14. The Bears are going to give it a go and see how far they can take it. The only guess that we could have here was maybe if they step back and try to do a quick little pooch kick. But right now the Bears are lined up to take a shot to the end zone. Back in motion. Looking for the throw. Chadwick Sanders goes out. It's incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. 8 minutes, 27 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. 6-0, Bearcats in the lead. Bears turn it over on a 4th down attempt to convert that comes up empty. And that'll be a Golden Bear on to defense now. Bearcats step back. A little short slant route to the right side. He'll get wrapped up past the first down marker, and they'll move the chains forward. Going to be a little short pass over to the right side, down the sideline. And the Bearcats going to gain 11 there. They'll move it forward for a first down, Baldwyn. Baldwyn out on the pass. They'll get it out to number 21. He'll take it to about the 26 or 7 yard line. That completion was to number 21, Jonathan Harper. Number 58, Dylan White, gets the tackle. Seven minutes, 42 seconds left in the first quarter of play here. (6-0) the score. Run out to the right side. Going to come up short as Tyler King and Colt Fields make the tackle there. On the carry was number 22, Terrell Robinson. That'll leave us 7:15 as the clock counts away. Game clock gets reset to 25 as the official makes the spot there. It's going to be 2nd and 9 on a gain of about 1 there on the carry. Ball to the 26-yard line. And again, we just want to reiterate, after the band performance, we will reread the homecoming presentation, as there was some issues with sound early in the broadcast. So we will reread that for all of those that were looking to see what that might say. Pass is going to be incomplete out to the far side near the goal line. Number 22, Davis Harden, on pass coverage there, putting his hands in the air, keeping that receiver without the ball in his hands, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 9 here. Again, we will reread our homecoming articles and bios at halftime after the performance of the Golden Bear Purple Pride Marching Band. 3rd and 9, Baldwyn gets set, comes back, looks out to the right side. A short route, intends, goes far. Davis Harden with hands on it, slips through the cracks and falls incomplete. Be 4th and 9. We will see the Baldwyn Bearcats make a decision to bring out special teams to keep the offense in play. Number 4, quarterback Jamari Marshall. 6 minutes, 37 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play. The Smithville, or rather, the Baldwyn Bearcat, I'm telling you, I'm all behind right now. I haven't. Big tackle by the Bears. We're playing Baldwyn, not Smithville, as you now see on the scoreboard. I tell you, it's been quite the time. You just forgive me. If any of you have ever been at Alcorn Central High School during homecoming week, you've probably never been as a staff member, and you probably don't know what all actually goes on. It's been quite the time. I've got Mr. Derrick with me right here, and he's agreeing with everything that I'm saying right now. No excuses, though. We're good. And a big tackle and stop by the Bears. Turnover on downs. Alcorn Central's got a first down there, moving down the field. 6:30 to go. The Bears down by 6. Going to try to make a march downfield. Again, having a couple staffing changes on the side of the Bears, but able to make some proper changes and try to get things rolling here as we move forward a little farther down into the game. Ball's on the ground. It'll be picked up by a Bear, and he'll be tackled for a loss. Ball security is going to be a big thing tonight. You got to make sure that you keep contact together. 21, Scotty Quinley on the carry. Will be a loss for the Bears of about 2 yards, going to bring us to 2nd and 12. 5:53 to go here in the first quarter of play. 2nd and 12. Back on the carry. Quinley up the middle. It'll be a pretty good pickup. A carry of about 6. Be 4 yards past the original line of scrimmage. That'll bring us to about 3rd and 6 now. Bears trying to move it out and get it through. 5:25 to go here in the first quarter of play. Again, we want to say a special thank you to our media team members giving us some assistance tonight. Kane Lewis and Caden Burcham on the rooftop this evening, giving us our camera action. Bears preparing for the snap. They'll get it out. Snap and the handoff off to Quinley. Gets some pretty good wheels moving early. And a few Bearcats wrap him up as he hits the wall. He'll get brought down. Not after he gains about a yard, maybe 2 on the carry. Bring up 4th and along 4. We'll call it 5. And I believe we might very well see a punt coming out here onto the field. That looks like number 4, Chandler South, for the Bears. Snaps a little low. He'll get it out. Not a little bad pooch, little kick as he gets it down to about the 32-yard line when the Golden Bear, number 21, Quinley, puts some hands on it. They'll blow it dead, and that's where the Bearcats will begin. They'll have it 1st and 10, ahead by 6. Bears trail on homecoming evening here in the Bears Den. Four minutes, 12 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play. Baldwyn 6, Alcorn Central 0 as the Bearcats are about to take over. 1st and 10, they'll have it on their own 32-yard line. Backing up. There's the throw, and almost an interception. Number 26, Riley Lambert, had hands on the ball. It couldn't wrap it up quite quickly enough. Jamari Marshall stepped back in the pocket looking for the throw he intended to complete to number 8, Joseph Stewart. Couldn't get it. Lambert was in the way. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Bearcats back in position. Backside handoff to the right. That'll be number 3. He's in motion. Josiah Christian. He'll get wrapped up by a Bear and brought down. He'll cross the first down marker and get to about the 45. Number 26, Lambert, on the tackle. That'll bring up a 1st down for Baldwyn. And they'll move the chains forward. Three minutes, 35 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play. A reverse handoff up the middle. He'll stop, make a quick jog, spin around, break a few tackles. He's getting chased down. Chandler South with hands on him, spins another tackle break, gets to the 30-yard line. Colt Fields and Dylan White finally put hands on him in assistance with Reed Robertson. And that was quite the run there by the Baldwyn Bearcats, number 8, Joseph Stewart. 3:13 and a first down for Baldwyn. They've got it on the 30-yard line in Bear territory. Alcorn Central needing to make some defensive motion and movement here. Little slant route out to the right side. Intended receiver Haston Nelson, incomplete. Comes up 2nd and 10 now for the Bearcats as they'll replay. Pitch out to the right side. He cuts loose. Flag on the play. Probably going to be a hold. Running was number 22, Terrell Robinson. Hold call, got it called back. Pass to number 2, Haston Nelson, was completed. That'll bring us up to 3rd down and about 4 on a completion there, moving the ball forward just a bit. After the lost yardage there by the Baldwyn Bearcats, I'm telling you, this is like Grand Central Station, people coming in and out right through this booth, and it's distracting. I've got a little bit of ADD here. 1:54 to go in the first. Baldwyn back, looking for the throw. He'll complete to the left side. He'll break through the first down marker, cut a couple tackles, and he'll get loose. He escaped the hands of number 4, Chandler South, and number 21, Jonathan Harper, to the end zone. And that'll be another Baldwyn Bearcat touchdown. And they'll bring out special teams and try for their extra movement. Kick is up, and it will score. That puts 7 on the board for Baldwyn. And that'll leave us with a score of 13-0. Minute 41 to go here in the first quarter of play. Baldwyn Bearcats preparing for the kick. Kick is up. Little pooch kick out to the right side. It'll be caught. Dylan White picks it up just about the 40. He'll get it close to midfield. He'll get brought down about the 48-yard line. That kick was off the foot of number 44, Michael Barron. A minute 37 goes in the first quarter of play. Bears with another chance to make it downfield. Minute 37 to go here in the first quarter of play. 13-0. Bears have the ball. They're behind on the board, but trying to make a set to come back. Snaps back. Runs up the middle. It looks like it'll get to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Number 32, Sanders on the carry. They'll spot him about a yard on the lean, probably more like a half yard. We'll give him a full one. 2nd and 9 to go. A minute 15 to count on the board. Play clock at 35 and moving down. Runs up the middle. Wrapped up. Number 21, Quinley in control. They'll give him no gain on the play. Brings us up to 3rd and 9. Bears have to find something that will work. There've been a lot of drives up the middle. When you keep it inside the hash marks, those little tick marks you see on either side of the bear head right there, when you keep it inside there, you're more concentrated on the defense, so there's less room, there's less gaps. You've got to find a way to try to open up a pitch to behind, let that offensive line work off of one side, break those defensive backs, and keep those corners out of the play there and let you drop out, kick down the sideline, and pick up some yardage. 3rd and 9, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. We'll see the ball not really walk down the field because it's at, the 50-yard line. They'll just take the nose and they'll just turn it on the other side. So the officials, they came out lucky on that one. They didn't have to go anywhere. Bears will have it 3rd and 9 to begin the second quarter of play. Don't forget they'll have the ball to begin the second half. They trail the Bearcats of Baldwyn 13-0. Here on Homecoming night. Again, for those of you that missed it, we will be recalling the ACHS 2021 Homecoming Court during halftime. And though you won't be able to see them on the field, you'll at least be able to hear their bios. I'd like to say again, but I'm going to guess most of you probably didn't hear it the first time, or at least not well. And I tell you, I spent about an hour and a half this afternoon setting everything up. I had it all what I thought was working right. But everything live changes everything. Like I said, thank you to CBS Bank for giving out some free goodies to the cheerleaders to throw out to the stands, seeing some plastic footballs and other items coming into the bleachers. So we always appreciate the community support from all of our community sponsors. Alcorn Central goes back to the ball. 3rd and 9. Again, we say a special thank you to Mr. Kane Lewis and Caden Burcham on top of the roof right now, operating our cameras. There's the snap to Sanders. He will get pulled out and down in the backfield. Number 55, Rodney Stewart. Number 54, Adam Floyd, broke through that offensive line, found a hole and wrapped up the ball carrier. And the Bears, with a loss of 1 there, takes us to 4th and 10. We'll see a punt coming our way on the next play. 4th and 10 from the 49. $11:24 to go here in the second quarter. And the kick is up. It'll be to the 35, the 20, and stop about the 19. And we will see a couple of Bears lay hands on it, and that's where the Baldwyn Bearcats will begin their transition. 1st and 10 from the 19, Baldwyn. in control. 13-0 the score. Bearcats have the lead. $11 minutes, 2 seconds on the clock, 13-0. Step back in the backfield. There's the pass. It'll be completed to a Bearcat out to the right side. He'll break through a couple of ways, and he'll get to about the 35 on a big first down run there by the Bearcats. After a completed pass to number 8, Joseph Stewart, off the hands of quarterback number 4, Jamari Marshall. 10:49 to go on the clock. 1st and 10 from the 36. Out to the left side, near to the box. That's number 2, Haston Nelson. He'll get it close to the 50, get brought down midfield by Reed Robertson, Davis Harden, and a host of Bears for a Bearcat first down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 49. 10 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the second quarter of play. Don't forget we'll have Alcorn Central High School Purple Pride Marching Band to perform for you. In the pocket, Marshall on the pass, completes to Franks. Franks down the left side. Robertson going after. He'll go for the waist. Tackle misses. Bear comes back, wraps him up at the shoulders. Number 4, Chandler South, grabs him up, puts him down for a Baldwin Bearcat first down as they move far downfield, and a pass completed to James Franks. Gets the ball to near the 23-yard line, 1st and 10 Baldwin. Nine minutes, 29 seconds to go here in the first half of play. Snaps back on a quarterback keeper. He'll take it out. Now take that back. It's a fullback snap to number 5, Kendrick Easley. Flags on the plays out to the right side. It'll be a pretty big gain. Waiting to see on the flag call. Seeing the side judge on the far side. Looks like he's walking back. And it will be on the offense. Waiting to see on the flag call. It'll be against Baldwin. And that's going to be a hold on the Baldwin Bearcats. Back in motion, and will knock him down in the backfield. Number 42, Clay Langston, comes through the line. Or rather, number 26, Riley Lambert, with assistance of number 42, Clay Langston, comes down in the backfield, knocks quarterback away, and after a holding call sets the Bearcats back even farther, the Bears make a tackle for loss, and it comes up now 2nd and long for Baldwin. About 20 to go. They'll get on the ball. Comes back. Setting up for a screen. Pass goes far. And almost intercepted. Reed Robertson with hands on it. Just a bit low. He tried to make the reach. It will hit the ground first, but he did put hands on the ball. Good attempt by Robertson. It's going to be 3rd and 20. That would have been a very monumental shift in momentum here for the Bears had we been able to complete that interception. Nonetheless, they'll bring to 3rd and 20, and the Bearcats will try to go at it again. Don't forget, we've got coverage available on Mixlr and on YouTube. Visit our page, ACHS Media, for coverage on YouTube, video and audio. And the screen throw out and way no good. It was intended for number 2, Haston Nelson. He couldn't come up with it. Pass was overthrown. Comes back. And looks like the play is going to be called dead. False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Now it'll be 4th and country mile and a half. Ball to the 43-yard line. Or rather the 37-yard line. Punt goes up. And we'll keep rolling to the 10 where a Baldwin Bearcat will make contact with it. It'll be 1st and 10 Alcorn Central from their own 10-yard line. Seven minutes, 54 seconds to go here in the second quarter. 13-0 Baldwin with the lead. There goes the run. Charlie Staley in control. He'll make it forward, and a big mess will stop the run. That'll be forward progress. Staley picks up a pretty good move there by the Bears to bring us to about 2nd and 4 on a 6-yard carry there. We'll give him 7 instead. 2nd and 3 now to go. And the Bears take a pretty good jab on this possession. 13-0 still the score. 7:25 to go here in the second quarter of play. The Bears with 2 timeouts remaining. Bearcats with 3. Snaps back and runs up the middle. Staley on the keeper. He's down the left side. Can he take it all the way? He's to the 30. The 30. Now to the 20. He gets wrapped up and put down at the 15. A big push and run by number 15. Charlie Staley gets downfield. And the Bears on a big first down and a whole lot more. It'll be 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Alcorn Central marching to the end zone. For a little over about 65-yard carry there for Charlie Staley. He broke out loose on near side down the sideline in front of the Golden Bear stands. And he made quite the effort down the field. Gets it to about the 16. Gets it to about the 16, and the Bears have it 1st and 10, 6:48 to go. Snaps out. It'll be direct to Sanders. He's going to cut loose and keep moving. He'll get a couple yards on a pretty big push. Bears will get forward about 3 on the carry. Leaves a 2nd and 7. Could have been a close call on maybe a personal foul, but looks like we will be penalty free. 6 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in the second quarter of play. 13-0. Bears trying to make their way to the board. 2nd and 6. The snap. Up the middle. Sanders on a trying to get a quick little jab. Pick up a few yards. Maybe a little stutter slowed us down. They'll get up 2. Now it's going to leave us about 3rd and 3rd and 4. Seeing a couple of men running in and out here. Five minutes, 10 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Bears break the huddle. 10 seconds to go on the play clock. Counts down to 6, 5, 4, 3. Got to get the snap off. There's snap just in time. And that's going to be to number 32, Sanders. He'll move forward, come about a yard shy of a first down, and we're going to see the Bears have to take another push if they want to keep playing. Have the ball on offense. Ball security going to be a big thing right here. 4th and 1 to go. To get yourself that much closer to the goal line and to get a fresh set of downs, the Bears have to hold on to it here, and you've got to take a big jab in the game. 4th and 1, Bears have it. 4:15 to go in the second. Trying to get to the end zone. Staley makes the push for it, and he'll get all the way in, but not without a fumble. Ball's loose on the ground. And that's a Baldwyn Bearcat fumble recovery. Bears thought we were down. Dylan White trying to say the ball was in possession of a Bear. I believe that may have been a little bit of miscommunication on the Bears and a little confusion on part of the officiating crew. But a fumble will be recovered by the Baldwyn Bearcats. And that'll be 1st and 10 on the Golden Bear, or rather on the Baldwyn 1-yard line. Fisher's going to call a timeout. False start on the offense. I thought he was going to call an official's timeout. Instead, he calls a false start. So that brings him back to the half-yard line. Bearcats going to cut loose out to the right side. Robertson's on the chase. He's down the side. And he looks like he will not get chased down. And this will be a 100-yard run for the Baldwyn Bearcats. He had it at the goal line. He's moving down the field. He'll get to the end zone, but looks like there's a flag on the play. Holding on the Baldwyn Bearcats. It's coming back. That'll be a very, very big setback for the Baldwyn Bearcats, but one the Bears should be proud of. After he cut loose out to the right side, went down far across the side, if you're watching it on the far side of your screen, and took it for 100 yards down the field into the end zone, but a hold on the Baldwyn Bearcats brings that all the way back. They'll cut it another half the distance of a goal, about the quarter-yard line. Whoever thought that was possible. Down to the left side. He's going to pull him out, tackle him out, and that's a safety, and the Bears pick up the first 2 points of the ball game. They'll get the tackle in the back of the end zone. Bears put 2 on the board, and they'll be preparing to receive the kick. Right now with a chance, if you can get this one and on this drive, run it back. You've got 3 minutes and 34 seconds to go in the half. If you can run it back, score the touchdown, and complete a 2-point conversion, you could potentially put yourself down by 3 points. A field goal's difference. Of course, I don't imagine the Bears will be kicking a field goal. However, you put yourself within 3 points if you can put 6 and another 2 up there to add 2 to 8 make that 10. Baldwin Bearcats preparing to line up for the kick. Bears looking to receive. Sat in the backfield, number 21, Quinley. Number 32, Chadwick Sanders. Secondary going to be White. Secondary going to be White and Robertson. Probably going to expect the ball coming out to near side. More than likely going to be White. Coach Meeks signals the far backs to go a little deeper. And he'll have to make the punt. Punt's up, going to be a bit short. Into the hand of White. He'll make control, get it to the 45, keep going, and he'll make it all the way to the 35 on a big gain. He had a few men on top of him. It didn't stop him there. He takes it to the 35, picks up 10 after the catch, and that will be 3:34 to go on the board. 13-2, the Bears have a safety on the board. It'll be an official's timeout called on the field, and the Alcorn Central Golden Bears have it 1st and 10 as they try to work a little more on the scoreboard before we go to halftime. Officials take the timeout to allow both teams to get some water, meet with their coaches. We want to remind you we'll be reading our homecoming information during halftime. And we say a big thank you to our media team members, Mr. Kane Lewis and Caden Bertram, and also to Coach Samuel Holly for giving us some assistance above the booth. Our media team students are operating our camera, Coach Holly being gracious enough to hang out and have a good time up there with them, making sure that all is well. We say a big thank you to Mr. Brandon Derrick for his assistance in helping us get things set up, as well as our ACHS administration and Assistant Principal Mr. Young and Principal Mr. Jeremy Reese. Takes a village to get things going up here, and we appreciate all the support coming from all different directions. We again say thank you to all of you. Without our supporters and listeners, ACHS Paul Talk Radio would have no reason to exist. We appreciate each and every one of you for all that you do in supporting Alcorn Central Athletics here with ACHS Paul Talk. Bears have it 1st and 10. They've got it on about the 37-yard line. Sanders gets the direct snap, takes it forward just a bit. He'll gain a couple yards. We'll give him 4, and that'll be 2nd and 6 left for the Bears. They'll try to take some slow jabs, but they can't be too slow. 3:20 left and counting here in the second half. Bears trying to put their touchdown on the board. Bears will have the ball after half, so a score would be very big here. They'll take it forward. Staley tries to cut loose. He'll break a few and get a couple yards and makes the 3rd down a lot more manageable. 3rd and about 3 to go. Nice crowd for homecoming here. Third and 3 to go, the Bears to the line of scrimmage. Gets the snap. Staley's up the middle. It'll be a few yards. He will be close, but I don't believe it's going to be all there. And we'll be shy about a half yard on the carry. That will be a 4th and short here for the Bears. Minute 41 to go here. that's going to be a penalty flag. Should be offsides. And it sure is a big pickup for the Bears. It will not only move the football, but it will give us a new, fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10 for Alcorn Central. They'll get it inside the 25-yard line. Ball's on the 24. With 1:20 to go here in the second quarter, Bears need a big push. They've got to find a way to get to the end zone and do it quick. Snap to Staley. He'll get out, run into a few of his own men. And that'll be a timeout by head coach Matt Meeks to stop the clock. 1:04 to go here in the second quarter of play. 13-2 after a 3-yard gain by the Bears leads to 2nd and 7. We'll have a short timeout here. Allow both teams to go out to the sideline, get some water, and hopefully Coach Meeks to draw up a big offensive play to get the Bears on the board with a touchdown. Second and 7 here for the Bears. They are concluded their timeout. Back to the field. Back for the throw. Sanders goes, and it'll be incomplete. Almost an interception. We thought that Staley might have put hands on it after it was deflected, and had he wrapped that ball up, that would have been about a yard or two shy of a touchdown, but it'll come up incomplete. Stop the clock and bring us to 3rd and 7. .2 seconds to go, 3rd and 7. Out to the left side. It's going to be a little run. Coach Meeks will call his final timeout after a short gain of about 2. And leave the Bears 4th and 5, and a big decision by the Bears. What will you do when you come up to the ball? You don't have any downs left, but you only have 51 seconds to go in the second quarter, and you need to get to the end zone. What do you drum up, and how do you make this happen? Without the big receivers in number 1, Alex Moore, after an injury last week, you have to find something that you can get explosive downfield. You've got a couple of good tight ends that you can put into motion here. And number 42, Clay Langston, we've seen several completions to him so far this season. So you've just got to find a way. Second and a long 5. We'll give it 6. 51.7 seconds to go here in the second quarter of play. The Bears down 13-2. Sanders comes back in the pocket, goes for the pass. It's incomplete, and the Bears will have a turnover on downs. But that's going to be a flag on the play. Could it be roughing the passer, or will it be intentional grounding? I don't imagine it'd be intentional grounding. And it will be. You'd think with just 45 seconds rather to go on a fourth down that they would have just allowed the turnover to take place. But it will be intentional grounding on the Bears. It will be declined. And the Bearcats will take over 1st and 10 from the 30. And they will give the spot on the call there. And so the Bearcats will actually have a little better position. They'll have it about the 28. Little short slant route out to Nelson. Nelson takes it on to the right side. He'll get picked up by several Bears and put down. Be a gain of about 6 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 4 for the Bearcats. .1 to go here in the second quarter. A big stop would be very, very big here for the Bears. If they could pick up an interception or they could force a turnover quick and return it for a touchdown, that would be big, but you only got 34 seconds. You've got to play strategic here on defense, and you've got to try and convert the long game. Baldwyn's going to do their best trying to go deep for the field to get another score on the board, so the Bears have to watch the ball very closely and try their best to force a turnover and get it downfield. You've got to do that quick. You've only got 34 seconds after the Bears could not complete on a big drive after a long run by Staley downfield. Left the Bears about 16 yards short, and they could not complete. He comes back. Bearcats looking for the deep ball. It's going out. Nelson completes to the 30, and no man is prepared to chase. He'll take it to the end zone, and that'll be a score for Baldwyn. Put the Bearcats up another 6 points. Had a pretty close coverage there. We had to expect the pass play. The Bears did not have many men set of the backfield to prepare for the pass. And I believe ultimately that is what led the Bears to seeing a Baldwyn Bearcat touchdown right there as they prepare for the extra point. That's number 14. Kicking here for the Bearcats, and what I believe is Gregory Moore. Kick is up, and it is good, and that will bring us to a score of 20-2. The Baldwyn Bearcats have the lead over the Alcorn Central Golden Bears. The Bears will have 22.9 seconds in the second quarter. A touchdown off of a kick return would be major right here, especially seeing that the Bears will get the ball to begin the second half. A touchdown return on the kick would be a big thing, and that's hopefully what the Bears will be looking for right here. .9 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Bears prepared to receive. Scotty Quinley. Chadwick Sanders set back to pick it up. Here on the secondary, you'll see Reed Robertson and Dylan White. Midfield is Clay Langston. Looks like we might be seeing a kick out to the far side to Robertson. Be a little squib kick low and across the ground. It'll be picked up by Sanders. He'll be up the middle. He'll get wrapped by a few Bearcats and brought down. What the official will mark as the 35-yard line. And it'll be a first down for the Bears. They've got 15 seconds to take it down the field. You got to be able to get 65 yards. And you've got to get it quick. $20 to 2 the score with 15.4 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Don't forget, we'll be preparing for the bands to be in performance. Ball on the ground. It'll be picked up. Sanders immediately hit after he picks the lost snap. And the Bears will be tackled in the backfield for a loss. Baldwyn takes the timeout. 6.3 seconds on the clock. There is about 6 seconds worth of hope left for the Bears in the first half. This would be a good time to sling one up in the air and let it loft. And if you can find the hand of a Bear and get it to the end zone, that would be major. But you're going to have a big play, and it's going to have to be a deep one. They're going to reset the game clock to 7.1 seconds. Coach Richard Saul is going to take that there for us. Right now it says 7 minutes. That'd be much better. I tell you, God bless him, because I tried to work that thing earlier, and it's not easy to do. He's trying. It's back to 7 minutes. Now it's at 1:11. Was it 1:10? Coach Wright's down on the field with the headset trying to relay how to get things reset. I don't know if I just wouldn't have forgotten about that 0.6 of a second. I'd offer to help, but I don't think I'd be much help at all. He gets it to 7.0 and says that's close enough. I can't say that I blame him here. Snaps back. Hand off to Quinley. Out to the right side. Flags on the play. He'll get wrapped up, put down. Holding. Bears. 1.3 on the board. That might just make it even harder to reach there. With the hold, you'll be walked back and have even farther to go downfield, and you've only got 1.3 seconds to go. There's one play left in the second quarter, and your only shot is to throw that ball downfield. Bears will have the ball to begin the third. To give yourself a chance, you would like to try and line up and go out, but as soon as they get the ball reset and put out there, the clock expires, and the Bears have no chance to get themselves on the board again in the first half of play. We're about to have the presentation of the bands here by both teams, first by the Bearcats. And as they are performing, we will do the introduction of our homecoming court, or the rereading of our homecoming court for those of you that missed it earlier for both technical difficulties and not being tuned in. So as the Baldwyn Bearcats are performing, you can watch and listen to our ACHS 2021 homecoming court. The freshman maid is Sophia Lainez. Sophia is the 14-year-old daughter of Crystal Hall and Cesar Lainez. She is the youngest daughter of three, having sisters Alexis Lainez and Marissa Martinez. Sophia has been an active member of the ACHS softball team for 2 years, and after high school plans on attending Northeast Mississippi Community College to pursue a law degree. Sophia's escort was Noah Canton. Noah is the 14-year-old son of Rob and Michelle Canton, sibling of senior Robbie Canton and recent 2019 graduate Lauren Canton. Noah is the grandson of Margaret Lefevre Myers of Glenn and Bobby and Jeanette Canton of Madison, Alabama. Noah is a freshman SGA representative serving as class president and is participating in his second year as a player on the ACHS baseball team. Noah is a member of the FCA and Beta Club and enjoys lifting weights, playing baseball and basketball, fishing, learning playing golf, and playing tennis. He also enjoys playing with his family dogs. Noah aspires to attend Auburn University after graduation to play baseball and double major in computer science and finance to hopefully later conquer the stock market. Freshman maid Sophia Lainez and her escort Noah Canton. The sophomore maid is Neely Rory. Neely is the 15-year-old daughter of Patience and Clipper and the late Paul Rory. She is the sister of Mara Rory. Neely is an active member of the Future Business Leaders of America, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, the media team, and serves as treasurer for the sophomore class. Neely is a proud member of the ACHS Lady Bear basketball team, archery team, and track team. She's involved in the children's ministry as well as the youth ministry at her church. Neely's future plans include attending Mississippi State University and being a part of their exchange student program, majoring in veterinary science and psychology, while also being active in their Special Forces ROTC program. Upon graduation, she plans to enter the United States Special Forces, working with canine handling and training in the working dog program. Neely's escort is Bryce Streetman. Bryce is the 15-year-old son of Brandon and Bethany Streetman. Bryce was elected as the vice president of his sophomore class. He is a current member of the ACHS Beta Club, the ACHS basketball team, the ACHS track team, and the ACHS archery team, as well as the ACHS shooting team. He was recently recognized for his high score on the state algebra MAAP test and is a member of Farmington Baptist Church, where he actively participates in both the youth group and the children's ministry. In the future, Bryce plans to attend college in order to obtain a degree to become a chiropractic doctor. The sophomore maid, Neely Rory, and her escort, Bryce Streetman. The junior maid is Emma Waddell. Emma is the 16-year-old granddaughter of Elva Faulkner and Ronnie Stewart. She is an active member of the Beta Club, Math Club, and Crown Club. Emma is an active member of the Lady Bear basketball team and track team for Alcorn Central High School. Emma attends First Baptist Church and has future plans to attend Northeast Mississippi Community College to enter the radiology program. Emma's escort is Peyton Murphy. Peyton is the 15-year-old son of June Murphy and the late James Murphy. Peyton serves as the junior class vice president, is a member of the Alcorn Central cross country team for 1 year and bowling team for 2 years. Peyton attends the Church of the Crossroads and plans to attend college in the future to pursue a career in the medical field. The junior maid, Emma Waddell, and her escort, Peyton Murphy. The senior maid is Allie Huddleston. Allie is the 17-year-old granddaughter of Mike and Cindy Huddleston. Allie is a member of the Beta Club and an honor roll student. She is currently volunteering in the ACHS mentoring program and is a member, or has been a member of the cheerleading team for 3 years. She has also been a part of the ACHS softball team for 3 years and was a dancer for 1 year. Allie attends Tate Baptist Church. Her future plans include attending Northeast Mississippi Community College and ultimately becoming a sonographer. Allie's escort is Warner Anderson Michael. Warner is the 17-year-old son of Marty and Stephanie Michael and the grandson of Tina West. He is a third-generation Golden Bear and is the brother of the 2020 ACHS graduate Weston Michael. Warner is a member of Pinecrest Baptist Church. Warner has been an active member of the Beta Club throughout his high school career, as well as being a member of the Math Club, the FCA representative. He works with the Community Connections Mentoring and has been a member of the Golden Bear baseball team for 6 years, where he was chosen as All-Division catcher for the 2021 season. He has also played ACHS basketball for 6 years. Warner is a 3-year member of the bowling team, where he was named All-Region and All-State for the 2021 season, as well as receiving honors as the Auckland Central Male Bowler of the Year. Warner is also a member of the golf team. After graduation, Warner plans to attend college to pursue a degree in engineering. The senior maid, Allie Huddleston, and her escort, Warner Michael. Ladies and gentlemen, we will present the football sweetheart and the homecoming queen, as well as their escorts, after the presentation of our band, as the ACHS Purple Pride Marching Band prepares to take the field. We hope that you will enjoy their performance as they give you Don't Stop Believing, a tribute to Journey. Last year, as the COVID-19 pandemic swept across the nation and took away many of the opportunities presented to students in all fields, but especially in the arts, the Bears have been working on this program for 2 years now. As we welcome the Auckland Central Purple Pride Marching Band to the field, we give you Don't Stop Believing.
Along the way, we've encountered some roadblocks, detours, and exits, but we kept on traveling down the road and we picked up some new folks along the way. We are thankful for the people we've met, the people who supported us and donated for us to be decked out in these brand new tracks. We're so excited to see Journey in concert. Why don't you come along with us and rock on? It's time for the 50-50 raffle from the band boosters. So everyone take out your tickets and see if you've got the winning number. This evening's number for the winning raffle can pick up your prize at the band concession stand. And that winning number is 971.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for Auckland Central High School's ACHS Paul Talk. And for our band's performance of Don't Stop Believing, we'll be back in just a few moments with a look at our stats for the first half of the game as well as more second half football here from the Bears Den. We're live, homecoming night. Bears down 20-2 to the Bearcats of Baldwyn. We'll be back with more football on its way here from the Bears Den. You're listening to ACHS Paul Talk right here on Mixler and ACHS Media. But first, let's get the introduction of our football sweetheart and our homecoming queen. Football sweetheart is Cameron Mackenzie King. Mackenzie is a 17-year-old daughter of Al and Melissa King. Mackenzie is involved in several activities where she has dedicated 6 years to playing volleyball. 5 years of cheering, and 2 years to bowling. 3 of her 5 years cheering, she was nominated as an All-American. She is also an active member of the Beta Club, Math Club, Pep Club, and is looking forward to being a Diamond Girl for the ACHS baseball team for the 4th year in a row. She is also a part of the mentoring program this year. Mackenzie serves as junior class vice president for the 2020-2021 school year and is currently serving as the senior class treasurer. Mackenzie is slated to graduate as a Mississippi Scholar with over 100 hours of community service. Her future plans include attending Northeast Mississippi Community College for 2 years and continuing her education at the University of Mississippi as a pharmacy major. Mackenzie wants to thank the football team for allowing her this opportunity to be the football sweetheart. Mackenzie's escort is Brady Talley. Brady is the 18-year-old son of Randy and Wendy Talley and the little brother to Briley. Brady is a member of the Beta Club, Pep Club, and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. He also serves as a Community Connections mentor and was recently selected to serve on the Northeast Mississippi Youth Foundation Board of Directors. Brady is a member of Oakland Baptist Church and has been a member of the Oakland Central basketball team for 6 years. During those years, he received most assists and best defense awards. Brady has been a member of the bowling team for 2 years and was awarded All-County his junior year. Brady has played baseball for Oakland Central for the past 6 years and has received All-Division second-team pitcher his junior year. He was also a member of the golf team for 2 years, and after graduation, plans to attend Northeast Mississippi Community College to continue his education, and then to Mississippi State University, pursuing a career in computer engineering. The football sweetheart, Mackenzie King, and her escort, Brady Talley. The homecoming princess is Emily Ferris. Emmy is the 17-year-old daughter of Jackie and Christy Ferris. She has been a member of the Beta Club for 4 years and is actively in FBLA. She was also chosen to serve as a mentor her senior year. She has played on the varsity Lady Bears basketball team for 4 years. She is a member of Glendale Baptist Church. Her future plans include attending Northeast Mississippi Community College and entering the nursing program, then pursuing a degree at the W in Columbus to pursue a career as a nurse practitioner. Emmy wants to thank her classmates in Oakland Central High School for letting her represent the school as homecoming princess. Emmy's escort is Tori Thrasher. Tori is the 18-year-old son of Brian and Jennifer Thrasher. Tori has been a member of the basketball team for 4 years, golf team for 2 years, bowling team for 2 years, and the baseball team for 4 years, 2 as a player and 2 as a statistician. Tori is involved in the Beta Club, Math Club, FCA, and the Community Connections mentoring program. Tori also serves on the Dream Team at the Church of the Crossroads. Upon graduation, Tori plans to attend Mississippi State University to obtain a degree in civil engineering. The homecoming princess, Emily Ferris, and her escort, Tori Thrasher. Escorting this year's homecoming queen is Vice President of the senior class, Scott Harville. Scott is the 18-year-old son of Scotty and Patricia Harville and is the brother to the late Heather Mayo and Chad Harville. Scott serves as Vice President of the senior class, a representative of FCA, and a member of the Beta Club. He has been a part of the cross-country and track teams for 6 years, and while running with the cross-country team, he finished 3rd in the state, winning the bronze medal in his junior year. Scott is also a member of Oakland Baptist Church, and upon graduation, he plans to continue his education at Northeast Mississippi Community College. The student body of Oakland Central High School elected Lily Grace Miller as the homecoming queen. Lily is the 17-year-old daughter of Samantha Miller and the late Jason Miller. Lily is a member of the National Society for High School Scholars, the National Technical Honor Society, and Future Business Leaders of America. She also serves as a Beta Club officer. Lily participates in HOSA, Future Farmers of America, Drama Club, Math Club, and the academic team. Throughout Lily's high school years, she has been a member of the ACHS cheerleading squad for 2 years and was nominated All-American cheerleader for both years. Lily also ran for the ACHS track and field team and played softball for 1 year. Lily was the 2018-2019 Freshman Homecoming Maid and was selected as 2019-2020 Most Beautiful. After graduating, Lily plans to attend college and begin a career as a pediatric nurse practitioner, eventually earning a degree to become a surgical assistant. Lily wants to thank the ACHS student body for this opportunity and is honored to be crowned Homecoming Queen 2021-2022. Ladies and gentlemen, the Alcorn Central High School 2021 Homecoming Queen, Lily Miller, and her escort, Scott Harville. Thank you again for being with us tonight. We'll be back in just about 2 minutes for second half Golden Bear football right here on ACHS Paul Talk ACHS Media. We'll be back. I'm Bear broadcaster John Mask. Don't go anywhere. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again for joining us here in ACHS Paul Talk. I'm Bear broadcaster John Mask. We're with you tonight from the Bears Den. The Bears down 20-2 to the Baldwyn Bearcats, hoping to make a comeback. They'll get the ball, and it is in the hand of Reed Robertson, and he will call a fair catch. And the Bears will begin the third quarter of play down to the Bearcats by 18, but hoping to pose a comeback. Bears struggled offensively in the first half to get things rolling. They did not have the momentum that they needed to kind of get down the field in the amount of time that they would have seen fit. So the Bears need to just roll things up a little better, find a little more variation on the offense, and allow a better opportunity to get downfield and score those points. 1st and 10, Bears have it. And that's going to be about a 3-yard pickup for the Bears. They're going to bring up 2nd and 7. Bears are going to find themselves caught a little behind the line of scrimmage there. It's going to be a loss of 2. Comes up 3rd and 9. It'll be a loss there by a run out to the right side. So they'll step back and try again here. 10 minutes, 45 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Bears got it 3rd and 9. They're atop their own 34-yard line. Set pretty close. Snaps straight back, and a pack of Bearcats catch them and bring them back behind the line of scrimmage for a loss. And the Bears will suffer there. They'll lose 2, and they'll put special teams out on the field. 4th and 11, they've got to prepare for the kick. Ten minutes, 5 seconds to go here in the third quarter of play. The Bears down 20-2. Snaps low, punts up, and it is straight up in the air. It'll be caught at the 30-yard line. Ball's on the ground. I believe that could have been a Bear recovery, but the Bearcats might have had the last hand on it, and it will be. Baldwyn recovers the fumble. They'll catch the ball on the 30. They'll drop it, and the Bearcat falls on top of it. Baldwin will have 1st and 10 from the Bear 30-yard line in a bad position for the Elkhorn Central defense. You've got to find a way to work right here. The Bearcats have been very, very ominous tonight, getting that ball on those short slant routes onto the left and the right side and finding that gap down the field to get the run play made after the catch. But you also have to be wary of the holes being open out to the center. You've seen some open gaps come along and kind of cut out to the right side, so you've got to be making those transitions. You've got to be making those quick moves there. Marshall makes the handoff. Colt Fields makes the tackle, and the Bears come down. Don't forget, you can watch on YouTube if you're joining us now. Pull it up on your smart TV at home and watch like it's ESPN. The score 20-2 right now in the third quarter of play. About 9 minutes and 20 seconds remain. Visit ACHS Media on YouTube for playback of the game, and you can also watch that here live with us. If you're with us on Mixer and you'd like to see the game as well as hear the game, join us there. Bearcats come up, 2nd and 7. Steps back in the pocket. Goes to the throw. It's out to the far side. And Haston Nelson makes the completion. He'll get across the goal line, and that'll be another Bearcat touchdown. Bearcats will line up for special teams. Brings out the kicker, and they'll prepare for the extra point. There's the snap, the place, the kick. It's up and through the middle of the uprights. It will score, and the Bearcats will move ahead 27-2 over the Bears. Bears only points coming by way of a safety. Now the Bears prepare to receive the kickoff. Looks like the head referee is going to take a little time and see some debris on the field. They'll restart the play clock and get things going. It's going to be a little squib kick, or pooch kick rather, out to the side. It'll be a fair catch, and number 14, Reed Robertson, will pick it up once more. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bears on their own 29-yard line. 8:46 to go. The score 27-2. Bearcats in the lead. Bears only points coming by way of a safety. They'll have it 1st and 10 here in the third quarter. From their own 29-yard line. Back out. Handoff to Scotty Quinley. He gets the snap, moves up forward, picks a few yards up for the Bears, and that will be a gain. Be a gain of 2. He's going to bring up 2nd and 8 for the Bears. Snap back. Moving up. And the Bears will make the carry for another gain. Small yards here and there. Riley Lambert on the carry for the Bears. 2 on the carry leaves us to 3rd and 6. Bears have got to find some momentum. You've got to get the drives alive. You've got to get those wheels turning. Down on the ball. There's a snap, and it's a fake handoff, and it's going to be out to Chadwick Sanders. Looks like he'll get it across the 40. That'll be enough for a Golden Bear first down, and I'm going to correct myself and say Scotty Quinley was the man who gets the first down for the Bears. And that'll move the chains across the line, 41-yard line. The Bears will have it 1st and 10 as they get things rolling here in a new fresh set of downs. Play clock at 5. Have to hurry up and get the play set. They're in motion. There's the snap. Going to be midline run, and it goes forward. Several men trying to get the push. They're going to keep the movement going, and I believe they're going to give them forward progress on a first down. Let's move the chain, says the head referee, Charlie Staley, with the ball. Several men getting behind him, making the push, and getting the Bears just a bit farther downfield. 1st and 10, they're in Baldwyn territory on the 49-yard line. Let's keep things going. 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 27-2, the Bears trying to find their first touchdown of the ball game. Snaps back, pitch to Sanders. He gets wrapped up, slung around, put down. Don't know if that might not have been short of a horse collar. No penalty markers on the field. 3 yards on the carry brings us to 2nd and 7. Rather, 2 yards on the carry, 2nd and 8. .5:05 to go on the game clock. 8 seconds or so left on the play clock. They've got to get this one in motion quick. There's the snap. Out to Staley. Staley to the right side. He's going to break loose. He's headed towards that first down marker, and he'll get out of bounds. He'll take himself out for a Golden Bear first down. Just a bit more. Moves the chains. Let's keep things rolling. Small grabs here and there, and adding in just a bit of a of flare moving forward. The Bears trying to get rolling. Bears average 5.8 yards a carry with about 147 yards a game. That's the 4 games leading up to this with a 101 carries, a total of 590 yards. Snaps back. Wrapped up in the backfield. We'll have a loss of 1 there. Riley Lambert on the carry, number 26. He tries to pick up on the far side and end around the back, and when he comes right behind the center right there, he tries to loop in through the line and just gets pulled up by a couple Bearcats and put down. 2nd and 11 now. The Bears reset. Out and through, and a quick handoff immediately blown up. It was given to Colt Fields. Staley received the snap. He handed off right there to the fullback in Fields, and Fields was going to try to make a sweep up the middle, and immediately picked up, put down by a Bearcat in a big explosion by way of Baldwin. A loss of 2 on the play brings us to 3rd and 13. Staley out to the right side. Going to try to break loose. He'll get pulled up, and a couple backs, defensive backs, will pull him down. They break out from the side. Linebacker comes around, pulls him down. Going to be a holding call on the Bears, so even after a loss, a couple more yards to pull him back. Flags on the play. Staley on the far side. The man that brought him down was number 54. Adam Floyd, defensive end there for the Baldwyn Bearcats. 4th and 14, penalties decline. And the Bears are left with 4th and long. The ball is on the 37-yard line. Come back, looking for the throw. Staley goes deep. Robertson with hands on it, can't complete. The pass is incomplete. Looks like it was just a bit overthrown, out of reach. He stuck his hands forward, he put fingers on it, but he couldn't pull it in. And that'll be a turnover on downs. Bears again getting downfield and unable to convert after big plays just coming up empty on offense. Two minutes, 43 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. 27-2, and the Bearcats take over. Plays up the middle. Couple of Bears have him wrapped up below the waist, but he keeps us spinning and flipping up on the top and moves forward. He'll pick up another yard on the reach. And the Bearcats will take 5 on the carry, 2nd and 5 to go. They'll walk it back a yard and then walk it back forward a yard. And finally the officials make their mind up, 2nd and 5. Bearcats look back, looking for the throw. It's downfield. Nelson's looking to pick it up and kicks it, and he'll take it in. That'll be a Baldwyn Bearcat touchdown. We've seen that play, that exact one, drawn up 3 times by the Bearcats, and each has resulted in a touchdown. From long range, you step back in the pocket, you send it out. Nelson's always way out front. He's able to receive, picks it up, mid-chest, pulls it in, clean and clear, takes it to the end zone, and the Bears will see the Bearcats put another 6 on the board. They prepare for the extra kick, the extra point on the kick, rather. I mean, I guess it's an extra kick, too. I mean, you wouldn't have originally done this kick without the touchdown. And the kick will score. And that'll put another point on the board for the Baldwyn Bearcats. 34-2 the score. Alcorn Central trails the Bearcats in the third quarter with 1:42 to go. (34-2 the score, 1:42 to go here in the third quarter of play. Kicks across the ground. Robertson tries to fall on top of it. Clay Langston comes to his aid as the ball slips through his fingers. They'll fall on top, and the Bears will have it near the 30. First and 10, the Bears will have it right atop their own 30-yard line. We'll give it another go, see if we can get downfield, put a touchdown on the board. So far tonight, the only points scored by the Bears were by the defense. And that was by way of safety. The offense has yet to make the way to the board, but with 1:39 to go in the third quarter, hopefully making that change. Back in the pocket, will get brought down for a loss. Be a loss of 1. Lot of commotion there. Couldn't quite see who had the ball there, but the Bears will lose 1 on the carry, 2nd and 11. Down and set, they'll come back. Staley looking to throw. He'll send it out, and it'll be incomplete. It'll reach the ball when Bearcat sideline, passes out of bounds. .7 to go in the third quarter. Play clock counting down from 15. Bears get set. Sanders in the pocket. Goes out wide. And that is a pass picked up on an interception, number 13 for the Bearcats. It's going to be 2 flags on the play. The Bearcats take it downfield. They'll cut out the 35-yard line. And the head coach for the Baldwyn Bearcats not happy Charlie Staley was the intended receiver for that pass, and he wanted a pass interference call. Coach Meeks walks out there, and the side judge says, go back to the sidelines. I didn't see it. 2 flags in the play. Side judge will pick his up. They'll go from the one on the center judge. And the Bears will line up on defense as the Baldwyn Bearcats get the turnover off the interception. They'll step back. Quick pass out to the right side. It'll be completed. And Charlie Staley will run him down and put him on the ground. Seems like a little vengeance is there. And that's number 13, Draylon Watson. He'll be able to bring him down in the backfield for a mighty good loss of about 6 yards. 7 yards actually, brings up 2nd and 17. Timeout will be taken. Or rather, that's the end of the 3rd quarter, so they'll take a brief break for the officials to walk the ball downfield. 34-2 the score. Bears trail by 32 to the Baldwyn Bearcats here on homecoming night. Bears are 3-1 coming into the ball game. Bearcats also 3-1 coming into the contest. We're about to begin the 4th quarter of play. (34-2), 12 minutes to go. Ball's out to the right side. He'll get out to the 40, cross through midfield. Watson on the carry. (34-2), 11:27 to go here in the 4th quarter. The Bearcats move into Golden Bear territory. 1st and 10 by the 37. Step back. Marshall on the throw. It's out. Pass is incomplete. Clay Langston there on coverage. Keeps it from completing. Would have been nice if we could see him twist the back early and get that hand out in front, pull it in and grab it, but plays in motion. The pitch out to the left side. He'll be pulled up and put down by a Golden Bear. Riley Lambert. On the carry was number 22, Robinson. It'll be 3rd down and about 4 for the Baldwyn Bearcats. I want to say a special thank you to the ACHS media team for their support in tonight's broadcast. Kane Lewis and Caden Bertram providing you the video coverage of tonight's event. We say a special thank you to each one of them. Bearcats back in the pocket. Marshall looking for the pass. He decides to keep it for himself. On the quarterback keeper will get to the 30-yard line. He'll be brought down by number 28, Colt Fields, and number 32, Chadwick Sanders. That brings us to 9 minutes, 34 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter of play. The score still 34-2. Fourth and 2, and the Bearcats will make an attempt for it. Ball on the Golden Bear 30-yard line. 9 minutes, 10 seconds remains. He comes back. Handoff up the middle and a quick sneak. Flags on the play. He'll make it to the end zone. My guess it's coming back. Watson on the carry. Holding on the Bearcats. That run's coming back. We'll wait for them to walk the ball down. Steps back. Marshall's going to go for it again. It's 4th and 9. Quick out to the side. Pass is tipped up. It's incomplete. The Bears take over. Turnover on downs. They'll have it. Alcorn Central, 1st and 10. They'll have it on their own 37-yard line with another chance to take it downfield. 7 minutes, 15 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. 34-2 the score. Bears needing to get some momentum if they want to put some points on the board. Staley makes the handoff, and he'll be clobbered at the line. That's number 32, Sanders on the carry. Number 56, Cameron Mitchell on the tackle. 6:20 to go here in the fourth quarter, 34-2 the score. Bears down in motion. Staley sets back. Goes for the pass. Should be a roughing the passer. I don't see a flag on the play, but he had that ball loose and he got tossed up. Looks like it's going to be some unsportsmanlike on the far side of the field. Pass was incomplete. Unsportsmanlike will be on the Golden Bears. And if that single call stands, that'll be a big negative for the Bears. And it does appear that there is one unsportsmanlike conduct on the Golden Bears, and that will be a 15-yard penalty, and that'll pull the Bears back quite a distance. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go. 34-2 the score. Bears way back deep. Third and really long here to go. Handoff to Sanders. Sanders will get it back up to the 30. A little more manageable, but still going to be a long fourth down. For about 12 yards. That's 17 to go here. 4th and 17. 3:30 to go here in the ball game. Step back. Staley's looking to throw. Puts it in the air, and it'll be incomplete. And what could have been a big move by the Bears will come up incomplete, and we'll see a turnover of downs. And it'll be 1st and 10, Baldwyn from the Bear 30-yard line. Tough break for Alcorn Central as they struggle to get any momentum at any point in this ball game. 2:35 to go. Baldwyn sets up. Be a handoff. Number 11 takes it out. He'll get tripped up early. Bear come through and give him his final knockdown. Davenport on the carry. Second down and about 13 after the loss there. Minute 13 counting here as the Baldwyn Bearcats have it 2nd and 13. Back in the pocket, run up the middle. Handoff to number 5, Easley. Easley gets up about a yard and a half on the carry. 3rd and 12 to go. Step back in the pocket. Goes to the throw. They'll complete. And the Bears going to come from behind and put him on the ground. Dylan White will wrap him up and put him down on a pass play that picks up a first down for the Bearcats. And a hard take. It'll be a first down Bearcats, and that'll be the end of the ball game as the clock counts down. That will be the final buzzer sounding, and you will see your final score 34-2 at the end of the second half of play. We'll be finally tallying up our offensive stats, which were not where we wanted them to be. The Bears made it on the board, but it was the defense that did the scoring tonight for Alcorn Central. Let's talk about our defensive stats here. Number 42, Clay Langston with 1 tackle. Number 28, Colt Fields with 5. Number 58, Dylan White with 8. Number 26, Riley Lambert has 4. 14, Reed Robertson with 2. Number 32, Chadwick Sanders with 1. Scotty Quinley with 1. Charlie Staley with 1. And Ethan Sanders with 1 as well. We had 4 tackles for a loss and 1 sack in the backfield, as well as 5 pass tips. And the safety was given to number 58, Dylan White. He had the only 2 points for the Bears this evening. Special teams, we made 3 punts for a total of 59 yards. 1 was 28, 1 was 31 yards, and 1 went directly up in the air for 0 yards. And that was number 4, Chandler South, on the punts for the Bears. Kickoff return statistics, number 58, Dylan White with 3 returns. He had a total of 22 yards returning. Number 32, Chadwick Sanders with 13 yards after 1 return. And Reed Robertson with 3 returns each. He called a fair catch, and therefore no yardage goes to that column. So special teams there, very short and sweet, to the point. The Baldwyn Bearcats were able to pick up quite some motion and momentum and move forward 34-2 on top of the Golden Bears. Going to give you a final look here at the stats for the offense. We say a very special thank you for joining us for homecoming tonight. The freshman maid was Sophia Lainez with her escort Noah Kenton. Sophomore maid Neely Rory with her escort Bryce Streetman. Junior maid Emma Waddell, her escort Peyton Murphy. Senior maid Allie Huddleston, her escort Warner Michael. Football sweetheart Mackenzie King, her escort Brady Talley. Homecoming princess Emily Ferris, her escort Tori Thrasher, and the Alcorn Central High School 2021 homecoming queen Lily Miller with her escort Scott Harville. Let's take a look at the offensive stats here for the Golden Bears. Rushing with number 28, Colt Fields, a total of 3 carries and -1 yards. Number 32, Chadwick Sanders, a total of 12 carries. 11 total yards on his 12 carries with a couple of negative plays that comes and counterbalances. Number 26, Riley Lambert with 3 carries and a total of 5 yards. Number 21, Scotty Quinley, a total of 9 carries and 20 yards. And Charlie Staley with 10 carries. He picked up 99 yards rushing for the Bears. Passing tonight, number 32, Chadwick Sanders sent 3 in the air, each coming up incomplete. And number 15, Staley sent 3 in the air, each coming up incomplete. In offensive penalties tonight, the Bears suffered a holding call and another personal foul for 15 yards, and that's a total of 25 yards lost by the offense on penalties. You've been listening to ACHS Paul Talk Radio. I'm Bear broadcaster John Mask. On behalf of the Alcorn Central High School Golden Bear football team, the ACHS media team, and all of us here in the Bears Den, it's been a pleasure being with you tonight on homecoming. We ask that you have a wonderful Friday evening and a beautiful weekend. We'll be back next week on the road, so please join us then. Thanks for joining us, folks. Have a good night.